What is up, everybody? It is October 11th, 2018. It is Thursday. What is going on? My name is Anthony, and this, of course, is the VR Game Rankings YouTube channel. You are now dialed in to the Daily Vlog Live. I believe we are now up to episode 228 of the show. Tezrim is here. What is going on, Tezrim? Kevgret, what is up? And John Edwards, the psychic, he's here as well. John, do you see other people standing behind me? My long dead relatives, are they smiling? I'm sure you get that a lot, John, but this is the first time I've gone to that card with you. How shocking is that when you really think about it? And Logan's Run. Logan's Run is here as well. We call him Logan68. He is here. What is up, folks? So is everybody ready for another major Magic Leap special? I know you guys are just chomping at the bit for me to spend this entire show on Magic Leap. Well, unfortunately, bad news. I'm not planning on talking about Magic Leap today, so you guys can relax. You can put the pitchforks down. Settle the F down. I'm not going to be talking about Magic Leap, but you know what? You know what? I am going to talk a wee bit, a very wee bit about AR gaming. Let's talk a little bit about AR gaming. Oh wait, before I start talking about AR gaming, John Edwards says there are long dead VR systems are standing behind you. Yeah, they're way back over there. So you're saying Firewall 0 Hour is dead, PlayStation VR is dead, the Oculus Go is dead, Oculus Rift is dead, the Vive is dead. I don't know if you can even see the Vive box, so it's kind of, oh yeah, you can barely see the Vive box over there, so it's still in the window. So yeah, we got a lot of dead ducks. John Edwards, you know, I mean, this is the guy. He can see ghosts, he can see all kinds of stuff, and that is pretty freaking awesome. So we like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a picture on the screen. Now, here's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Is that HoloLens 2.0? Do we have our first picture of HoloLens 2.0? And I don't think so. I don't think so. But this is making the rounds today. So what is going on here? Why is supposedly the HoloLens 2.0 making its way around Twitter a little bit today? And I'm going to go ahead and pop on a little segment of a video where it shows this. And so this is the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratories. They actually posted a new video, I believe it was yesterday on October 10th. And I just cut out a small little section of this video where it shows a guy potentially with the new HoloLens 2.0, and then you see a bunch of people. There's the new HoloLens 2.0. Maybe, there it is again. And then we also see a couple of pictures of old school HoloLens 1.0. Now the question is this really HoloLens 2.0? And yeah, Lethal Weasel VR is saying, ha ha ha, no Magic Leap. But guess what, folks? HoloLens, the next best thing. This is what you guys really want to talk about, right? Yeah, HoloLens is all the rage, right? Okay, so from what I understand, though, I went into a Reddit thread. This was in the Magic Leap subreddit where somebody said, hey, is this HoloLens 2.0? Perfect timing, right? This video comes out on the 10th. Is this like counter programming from Microsoft? Are they trying to take a little bit of Magic Leap's thunder on Magic Leap's big day? They kind of leak this out in a NASA JPL video, and then everybody starts talking about HoloLens 2.0 and starts talking about double the field of view. Chris says, wake me up when we talk about VR again. Don't worry, Chris, we're not going to be on this very long. Believe me, I do not have a whole bunch of HoloLens videos to get into, but I just wanted to go into this real briefly. Now, I do have a quote from a guy on Reddit, and if you can't trust a guy on Reddit, who can you trust? And this is what he's saying about this video. Now, you guys can probably barely read this, but he's saying it's an old design Funny that people are bringing up this image again, likely a dummy device that Microsoft was using in early 2015, as there are not even any sensors. Despite your wishes, this isn't ending anything. And this is going back to a Reddit post where they're saying hopefully this ends Magic Leap once and for all, with basically the arrival of HoloLens 2.0. Magic Leap is now dead, and let's move on, people. Let's move on. Let's get away from this, and it's time to move on. And so basically, from what we understand, maybe this isn't actually HoloLens 2.0. So no big alarm bells going off there. It did look kind of, I mean, it does look smaller and a little bit sleeker. Like, wait, let me just go back to that one little picture I had. This picture right here, I mean, if this was HoloLens 2.0, it's definitely a lot less bulbous, okay? It's a lot less bulbous than the original HoloLens, and that would be good. But yeah, the guy's saying, where's the goddamn sensors? I don't see any sensors anywhere. So yeah, maybe this isn't HoloLens 2.0. So we'll have to wait and see what is going on. And John Edwards, not only is he one of the world's renowned psychics out there, but he also moonlights as a VR developer, and he's seen no signs of HoloLens 2 yet, but he's not at Microsoft, and he's not a dude on Reddit either, so you can't trust him worth a damn. If you aren't a dude on Reddit, you can't be trusted. So let's just get away from that right now, and let's see here. Why don't we throw on an Assetto Corsa Competizione? Competizione, man. Here's a trailer, Assetto Corsa Competizione. I forgot to talk about this yesterday, guys. This has VR support right now. Yeah, introducing VR support, October 10th. This happened yesterday. I forgot to talk about it. Look at how freaking beautiful that looks. I mean, that looks really, really drop dead gorgeous. That is Assetto Corsa Competizione. A lot of people believe with every fabric of their being that Assetto Corsa is the racer to beat when it comes to VR racing games. Better than Project Cars 1, better than Project Cars 2. I don't know. I've actually never played any of those. I haven't played Project Cars 1 or 2. I don't even think I tried the demo. I think I downloaded the demo for Project Cars, for one of the Project Cars. I downloaded a demo. For some reason, it never loaded up, so I just never ended up playing it. And I'm not really a racing game guy. I don't mind the racing games. I wouldn't mind screwing around with the racing games. I have played Drive Club VR, played it quite a bit, and actually really liked Drive Club VR quite a bit. But let's take a look at this trailer. I'm going to full screen it just for a second so we can look at the pretty visuals. A 100% in-game footage. Yeah, so that is available now. You know what I haven't checked, and actually I have no freaking clue, what is the price of this Assetto Corsa Competizione? Let me go ahead and look that up. Assetto Corsa Competizione, Steam. And with every purchase of Assetto Corsa Competizione, you get a little bit of rigatoni thrown in. So that's nice. You can make a nice Italian dinner. So on Steam, I'm taking a look at it right now. Let me lower this volume a little bit here. And it is an early access game. 25 bucks. It's 25 bucks, and it is very positive. Yeah, Tesrim says Assetto Corsa Pepperoni. Assetto Corsa Pepperoni. That's pretty much what it is. I'm actually Italiano. I should know how to pronounce these things. I should be a lot better with these things, but I'm not very good with these things. Okay, so I am going to go to the web browser with small video window, and here it is, folks. This is Assetto Corsa Competizione, the Steam page. 894 reviews. Very positive. Now, this originally launched on September 12th. and it's been out for a while, but of course we were waiting for October 10th, because now that we are at October 10th, now it does have actual VR support, and yeah, it is 25 buccarini. So not too bad right there. Assetto Corsa Competizione. I can tell you guys, when I finally upgrade my video card, and there could be some exciting news. I don't want to jump the gun, but I might be upgrading my video card in the very, very, very near future. And so I am excited about that, but I'm not going to jump the gun on that. I'll wait until it actually happens. But when it does, I might want to check this out. I might want to really check this out. I don't even bother with games like this currently with my 970. Just don't even want to mess with it. And MameFan said, look, I saw Sweeviver's video on Assetto Corsa Competizione, and I was not very impressed. So there is that. Terry Blanchard said he had the pancake version. He's looking forward to the VR version. Chris says, I want to play racing games in VR, but I refuse to play them until I get a racing wheel. But the problem is, if you get a racing wheel, Chris, then you're going to need the gear shift. You're going to need the gas pedal. You're going to need it all, right? And then you're going to need a cockpit seat. And then that's not going to be good enough. And then you're going to need 6 monitors. And then that's not going to be good enough. And then you're going to get the Feel 3. And then you're going to sit in that. And you're going to be sitting in a tub. And it's going to be moving around. And you're going to be playing some Assetto Corsa. So it's kind of, you go down the rabbit hole. If you start going to those wheels and stuff, you do go down the rabbit hole. MameFan says, I have all of that, but I've lost interest in racers. Not really into it. I still believe at some point in time, probably the day when no one is ever using a regular car anymore and they're automatically driving us around everywhere, that is going to be the day when we're going to have a motion simulator with a cockpit, with a full-size steering wheel. See, I want a full-size steering wheel. Have you guys noticed that if you buy one of these steering wheels for your PC or for your Xbox or whatever, the steering wheel is like this little thing. It's like a little thing. Like, can we ever have a full-size steering wheel? Like, give me a, I want to feel like I'm really in the goddamn car. And okay, so maybe, yeah, maybe some of these, like if you get into a really high-end F1 racer, maybe the steering wheel actually is kind of smaller, and so maybe it's kind of accurate, but I don't know. I've always liked the idea of having a full-size steering wheel. Jim Hall says they have full-size. Mine is. Of course, if you get the full-size one, bankatorical, right? We're talking $500, $600, $700. Like, you're really going down that road there. And that's where we get into a situation where you almost need to have an extra little bedroom in your house where you have this freaking racing rig set up in a tiny little bedroom. Or some people have these houses. I was just, me and my wife were looking at new homes. Not that we're buying a new home or anything like that, but it's kind of like a fun thing that she likes to look at new homes. She likes to look at the design. She likes to see how they're doing the bathrooms and the kitchens and stuff. And we were checking out some of these new homes, and one of the cool things about some of these new homes, the ones that have 2 stories, they're 2-story homes, right? And so there's a staircase going up to the 2nd floor. And a lot of times what they'll have is underneath the staircase, they have this little mini room that actually has a pretty good size amount of room. And that's where you could probably squeeze in a little racing simulator into this little thing under a stairwell, and you could kind of hide it in there. But I don't have a place like that. I have no place to hide a racing cockpit. I know people are saying, dude, you got this big gigantic room, just shove it into a corner. But see, what you guys don't see is like that corner over there where you guys can't see anything. It's a freaking disaster. It's a mess. And then back over here, you guys can't see anything back over there. It's a mess as well. I don't have a place to put a primetime racing setup anywhere, but it is something I've thought about. It's something I've dreamed about. And how ironic, though, that by the time it actually happens, no one will be driving real cars anymore. In fact, okay, this is a little bit off topic here, but on the subject of self-driving cars, I was thinking about this the other day. when we get self-driving cars, because a lot of times I got to drive my kid. I drive my kid to school in the morning, right? And I was thinking about it. I was thinking, I wonder if I had a self-driving car, can I just say, hey, car, drive my kid to school and then drive back to my house empty? Is that going to be legal? Can you do that? Like, why not? Why wouldn't you be able to do that? My car should be able to drive my kid to his dentist appointment, wait there for him to get finished, and then drive his ass back home. Why do I need to go to my kid's dentist appointment? And then the other thing is too, is like, let's say you're ordering a meal or you want to get something from McDonald's or whatever, right? Can I just send my self-driving car to McDonald's and they could maybe it'll have a sticker on the window, and the window just rolls down and they just throw my Happy Meal inside the car and my car just drives it back to me. Like, isn't that going to be awesome? Like, where is that future? If we're going to go self-driving, we might as well go ultimate laziness at that point. And so in chat, Chris is saying, I don't know if I could ever trust a self-driving car. Main fan says, your kid won't be living with you by then. Well, I gotta hope my kid isn't living with me by then. You don't know about these modern day kids, main fan. These modern day kids, they never want to get out of your goddamn house. They'll live there till they're 35 if they can get away with it. So you got to be careful with that. Chris Cox is saying we probably aren't going to own cars. Yeah, and that is kind of the future. In fact, I just saw a commercial recently, or I don't know what it was on, but they're talking about how the younger generation, blood-sucking millennials, that's Kev Gret right there, blood-sucking millennials, absolutely. But yeah, they're talking about this younger generation. They're not interested in, first of all, they're not interested in ownership, period. Like, they don't care about owning anything. And then secondly, they don't care about owning cars. And a lot of them don't even learn how to drive a freaking car. I'm lucky that my older son, he finally learned how to drive a car. Now he's driving all over the damn place in both of me and my wife's cars. And Greg's VR says, dude, Uber Eats, man. Uber Eats is the way to go. I guess Uber Eats would work. I always wonder, though, about these delivery services, like you can do Uber Eats, right? And you can order a meal from Chili's or Mimi's Cafe or BJ's or Texas Roadhouse or any of these restaurants, right? And somebody will go pick up your meal and they'll bring it to you, right? Like, that's Uber Eats. That's how it works. How the hell is the food still going to be hot? And is it still going to be hot? Because if I get lukewarm food, I'm not about it. And Tekasura says, hey, bro, I'm checking in. I'm a millennial and I drive. Here's my question for you, Tekasura. Are you like typical millennials? Because here's a millennial thing that I've noticed with millennials is, well, at least the millennial kids I have, right, is they'll eat cereal or they'll eat a bag of chips or they'll eat a box of crackers or whatever, and they'll leave an empty box in the cupboard, an empty box of cereal, an empty bag of chips. Is this a millennial thing, or is it just my kids? Do I just need to spank my kids better? And that's a joke. That is a complete and utter joke. Please don't send the cops. I'm not a spanker. But my kids have a habit, like they'll use every last bit of the cereal and they'll just leave the box there. It's like, bro, you just used every bit of the cereal. Come on, throw it away, recycle it, do something like that. And I don't know, I just think that's kind of a millennial thing. Because what I heard on the news one day is that sales of cereal is way down because millennials are so freaking lazy. They are so incredibly lazy that they don't want to actually get milk out of the refrigerator, take the cap off, pour the milk in, then they got to get a spoon and shit, and that is just too much effort. Like, millennials want everything instantaneous with no disposable, like they just want to eat it and move. It's like, it's crazy. It's a millennial thing. If you guys have millennials, you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Kevgret says, yeah, that's the worst. When you grab the box, you're hoping something is in it. It's completely empty. This is a real thing. Bullet Ape says, you can pop your food on your Vive wireless receiver and it'll be piping hot in a round or two of super hot. Yeah, we've heard about that. And Main Fan says, carbs and sugar aren't popular. That's all cereal is. Okay, here's Main Fan. This is the exercise guy. And so he immediately goes into the thought of carbs and sugar. No, dude, I'll tell you, my millennials, my kids, they're all about the processed food and shit. And I tell them, dude, you guys got to occasionally mix in a vegetable and a fruit every now and then. You can't just eat processed foods all day long. My kids eat nothing but processed foods. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so I do have another trailer that I did want to throw on here. There has been some other... Okay, so there's this game that was announced recently. It's called Night Terrors Bloody Mary. Okay, let's go ahead and check this trailer out. I think it's from the Paranormal Activity guys. So let's check this out. Let me go full screen.
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
Huh, I don't know. That seemed like a movie trailer to me. That seemed like a movie trailer. I didn't see, was that a game? Like, oh wait, comes a terrifying AR experience. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Maybe my mistake on this one. I thought this was a brand new VR game, like another horror game, like we need another freaking horror game, which of course we don't. We've got a freaking million of these things. Looks pretty freaky. That, I kind of was looking at that lady running down that hallway and I thought, oh, that may be, okay, that might be a video game. But this kind of, like that kind of looks maybe a little bit video game-ish, but this mostly looks like a movie. But I think they're, where did I hear about this? I heard about somewhere that this is a video game. But now I'm starting to wonder. Oh, I think it was on Upload VR. So I'm going to blame it on Upload VR. Let's see. I know I saw this somewhere. Okay, yeah, so, oh, it's an ambitious AR horror game. My bad, folks. AR, I know you guys don't like AR. I don't know why I brought this up. But yeah, if I bounce over here to Upload VR, I did see this. I saw Night Terrors Bloody Mary is an ambitious AR horror game. For some reason, I didn't notice the A, and I just thought it was VR. And I was like, oh, it's a new VR game. Let me grab the new VR trailer, but it's AR. So my bad. I guess nothing major there. But since we are on Upload VR anyways, we might as well see what they're talking about here. Oculus Home 2.0 and Dash Exit Beta now rolling out to all Rift owners. I thought this was pretty much already a done deal because the way I understand it, for the longest time, guys, I was not using the new Oculus Home and Dash and all of that. I had used that in the very, very beginning, right? And I had some problems with it. One of the main problems I had is like, you know, when you're in Oculus Home and you have that, you have the bar, you know, this bar that's going around you, and it's like that new style setup, and it's pretty cool and everything. Let me turn this trailer down here. It's pretty cool and everything, but it would play this music, this dun, like it would play this music in the background, right? Dun. And so I had this problem where I would be in Oculus Home and then I would start up a game and it would have this dun, and then the game would start up and that music would be there the entire game. I couldn't get that music off of there, and it drove me absolutely batshit insane. And so what I did is I would opt out. And so I opted out of the whole Oculus Home 2.0, the Dash and all that. So everybody's doing all this fancy stuff with Oculus Home 2.0 and Dash, and I wasn't using any of it. I was using the old school Oculus thing because of the sound. And then all of a sudden one day I turn on my Rift. I don't know what day this was, but like within the last week or so, one day I turn on my Rift and it's all brand new. It's the new Oculus Dash and all that. But luckily, they must have figured out what the problem was, because luckily now I go into games and that music stops. So they figured it out. Whatever the problem is, they figured it out. So I am using, well, I guess everybody has to use it now, right? You can't go back even if you wanted to. Chris says, I'm still not using Steam VR Home. I have too many problems with it. And Hussein X says, I've been playing Dreadhalls on my Go. I can now handle the scariness better. Got 3 of the 4 eyes. Anyone know if PC version is scarier due to better graphics and darker blacks? Yeah, the PC version of Dreadhalls is pretty scary. I did kind of like the Go version. I need to play the Go version more, because the last time I was playing the Go version, I was sitting down. It actually was when I had when I was on my airplane flight. I played the Go version of Dreadhalls, and I think you need to stand up when you play it, and I wasn't standing up, so I didn't do that. But yeah, Dreadhalls is a very scary game. It's kind of like just run away from shit, the game. But the interiors of Dreadhalls, like, I'm a really big fan of Vanishing Realms and the way they did some of the interiors in Vanishing Realms, like when you're in the different castles and stuff, just the way the interiors look. And I felt like Dreadhalls had really nice interiors just going around the rooms and stuff, but there's not much of a game to it. It's mostly just trying to scare the shit out of you and you run away from it. And the darker blacks, that is an issue. That's an issue on all these headsets. But yeah, the Oculus Go seems like it doesn't have quite as much of an Oculus Dash. And Bullet Ape says, that reminds me, I've been dashed. Wah, bye-bye old home, good home, safe home, stable home. Yeah, that's kind of my take as well. But I'll hope that things are working here. The fact that it's out of beta now, they can't bring it out of beta and it has all these major problems, because people are going to get pissed as hell. And so that is going to be a problem. Oh, do you guys know what is kind of news? This is actual news. So web browser, I'm going to go back to the web browser window. I just noticed this, guys. Did you see this? By David Haney. By David Haney. You guys know Haney555 on the Oculus subreddit? He is now working for Upload VR. He is now writing stories for Upload VR. Here's another one. David Haney. Vulkan could bring Oculus Go performance and battery life improvements to Quest. Let me see if there's any other David Haney stories here. They appear to be all Oculus related. But some of the people were talking, oh, here's another David Haney one. Oh, he did a Magic Leap one. David Haney, Magic Leap to let developers write VR apps in JavaScript with Magic Script. So yeah, Haney555, known by Palmer Luckey as an insufferable Oculus fanboy, he is working for Upload VR. He's writing stories for Upload VR. And there was, Chris Cox says, no bias at all. There's no bias at all for Haney555. But yeah, that's what everybody was talking about on the Oculus Rift subreddit. Somebody said, hey, that Haney guy, he's been hired by Upload VR. He's writing articles by Upload VR. And everybody was in that thread saying, is this guy going to learn how to not be so biased? And is he going to learn how to not defend Oculus at every juncture? Or did Upload VR just say, look, bro, you are so into Oculus and you're the Oculus man, so you can just write a ton of Oculus articles for us. Maybe they thought that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Hopefully, he does pretty good and isn't too biased towards Oculus and tries to be fair and consider the other side. That will be interesting to see what happens there as far as Haney555. James Davis 911 says, run away from shit the game. It pretty much is. Like, I think they could call that, like, Dreadhalls, a great name for Dreadhalls would be Run Like Hell. And back in the 90s, back in the late 90s, there was going to be a game called Run Like Hell. It ended up never coming out. It ultimately never came out. I think it was going to be on PlayStation 1 and maybe like Nintendo 64, and it was called Run Like Hell. And that would have been a great name for Dread Halls, because that's pretty much what you do. You get scared as hell, you turn around, and you run in the opposite direction. And Bullet Ape says, that would have been a much more appealing name. Yeah, they might not have been able to use that name, though, because that old game in the late 90s was going to be called Run Like Hell. It was like RLH, Run Like Hell, never ended up coming out. Okay, Hussein X says, after the update to 1.31, my Oculus Home now works superb with no stutter. He has an i5 6400, and he's saying i5 processors were having stutters. Seem to have been addressed soon after it came out of beta. Yeah, so let me change this trailer, because I'm running a trailer for a freaking AR game that is probably never going to mean anything to anybody. So let me get that off of there. I will put on Chiaro in the Elixir of Life, a game that I really need to get back to and play a little bit more. Oh, Kev Gretz says Run Like Hell did come out on the PlayStation 2. Did it really? Okay. And then Chris Richardson says, wasn't that the Lance Hendrickson game? I thought Run Like Hell did release. Okay, well, I remember there was a game going to be Run... Okay, maybe it was PlayStation 2. Okay, well, I know there was a game called Run Like Hell anyways. And in regards to what Hussein X is talking about, what I was going to say is I do believe I might be upgrading my video card soon, and I'm really excited about that. But I don't know how much my i5 2500K and everything else in my computer is from the spring of 2011. So I might finally be adding a new video card to my computer and kind of bumping that up in a major way, but everything else is from spring 2011. So I'll see how much I'm constrained by all of that. That's going to be interesting. And yeah, initial release date for Run Like Hell was September 27th, 2002. Okay, so it did come out. So that's why Dread Halls is called Dread Halls. We've figured it out. We've solved the problem there. Okay, let me see. Did I have any other trailers that I wanted to throw on real quick? I think I pretty much ran through all the little stuff that I had. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. So if anybody else has anything they want to bring up, any kind of news stories or whatever, we can bounce over there. And James Davis 911, his PC is from 2011 as well. And so he's kind of dealing with the same thing that I'm dealing with. James, I'm assuming, though, that your graphics card is not from 2011. I used to have a 560 Ti. That was the graphics card that I bought in the spring of 2011, was the GTX 560 Ti. And that was a good-ass graphics card, man. The 560 Ti. I don't know if anybody remembers back to that time frame, but let me tell you, buddy, the 560 Ti was awesome. It was an awesome performance per dollar ratio. 560 Ti was a champ, man, and it ran for years very well, the 560 Ti. Okay, I'm looking up Fire Sprite on YouTube persistence, because, yeah, there is a new persistence update. I'll see if they have any new information on there. Yeah, so we do have a new persistence trailer that just came out. So let me go ahead and grab this. This is on PlayStation, so I'll grab this trailer. We could throw that on. You know, it's interesting. The Persistence is a very good game, but I've never played it. Never, ever have played it. But it's actually... No, I mean, I've played it, but I haven't played it in a long time. Since that first time I played it. I played the Persistence maybe, you know, a handful of times for a couple of weeks, and then I've never played it again. I forgot all about it. Oh, James Davis is on a 2600K, so very similar to what I'm dealing with, James. I got a 2500K. I do have that shit overclocked to hell and back, and it's surviving. It's luckily surviving. So James Davis 911, what is the graphics card that you have in there, and how CPU bottlenecked are you, do you think? I'm wondering. Because I'm going to be in that kind of a situation pretty soon here. But let me go ahead and I'll throw on this new Persistence trailer. Let's check this out real quick. Let me see where I have it. The Persistence. Let's see, what is it called? The Persistence. Okay, accessibility features. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this trailer out. This is a brand new Persistence trailer that just hit, and there is going to be a pretty major update. So let's see what this is about.
Hey there, and welcome to a very brief run-through of the accessibility options in our latest update. I'm Stu Tilley, the game director for the Persistence. Even though we focused on designing the persistence to be a tough challenge, we also believe that games should be fun and inclusive for players of different skill levels and for players with disabilities. By turning on Assist mode in the pause menu, the game now gives you fine control of many settings which directly affect the gameplay difficulty. For example, you can now give yourself infinite ammo, change the damage enemies do, and even the speed at which they move, which can make all the difference in a challenging horde battle. Or, if you're partially sighted, there's the option to display enemies as bright red and visible through walls.
Okay, so this is a lot of little accessibility features and stuff for like disabled people, which like that is super cool. I mean, it's super cool that they're offering this. I don't know that it's like super exciting for a lot of the stuff that we're interested in here, but I'm sure there's other updates as well. This just happens to be some of the accessibility options that they're offering. But I mean, hey, that's really cool. Also for like people that are colorblind and stuff, probably options for that as well. So that's kind of cool that they have that. I was going to see if there's another persistence trailer, a more general one about the update, but no, that's all I'm really seeing right here is this one right here. I'm not sure why there's subtitles built into this, but yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Of the persistence.
So maybe that will give me an excuse to go ahead and jump back into the persistence after all this time, after not playing it all this time. I will go ahead and check that out. Kevgret says, Anthony, there are also 4 new game modes coming along with this update next week. So that will be cool. And the Jordan Complex. Yeah, it has been a while. What is up, the Jordan Complex? We haven't seen you in quite some time. And Sar N said he had an NV670, then an NV1070, and now he upgraded to a 1080 Ti. And I forgot to see what's his name had, what kind of graphics card he had in his rig. Okay, but yeah, that is the persistence. All right, well, let's go ahead and let's see, what else can we look at here? Well, we can go ahead and look at Road to VR real quick, see what they got going on as their biggest news stories right now. So Road to VR, they're talking about Oculus Home Update brings new improvements, social features, and more to all users. Something maybe I'll look into a little bit in terms of like inviting people to your space and stuff like that. I believe that's something that's possible. And then Firewall 0 Hour is PlayStation VR's most downloaded game in September. I don't think that's a real shock. We did find out, of course, yesterday about Seedling, which is this new Insomniac Games thing that is launching on Magic Leap this November. But it's kind of more of an experience than anything, I'd have to say. And let's see, Tetris Effect landing on PlayStation 4 and PSVR next month. I think it's November 9th. Pre-orders are now available for Tetris Effect. Is anybody excited for Tetris Effect? I wonder if I have a Tetris Effect trailer that I could throw on here. I've kind of forgotten about Tetris Effect. I don't know. I'm not like super hyped on it. Like this is Enhanced Games. Like these are the guys that did like Rez and stuff like that. So I should be kind of excited. But let's see, do I have the Tetris Effect trailer? I got to get past all my thes. Okay, no, I'm not seeing it, so I guess I don't have the Tetris Effect trailer. But you know what? I'll put on the Summer Funland trailer. Let's put on a new trailer, Summer Funland, which is pretty cool. And Kevgret says $40 for Tetris Effect. Not sure how I feel about that price. Lethal Weasel VR says, I was kind of excited for Tetris Effect until I saw the price tag. And Chris Cox says, too pricey for Tetris Effect. Hopefully they will have a demo for Tetris Effect. We did find out that there is going to be a demo for Astrobot, which is good for all of the holdouts out there that still aren't grabbing Astrobot, because there might be some people that have a PlayStation VR, they're still not grabbing Astrobot because they're not into like cute, cuddly platformer kind of games, despite how everybody is raving about it. And so it is nice that there will be a demo for that so people can actually try that and get their hands on it. And Lethal Weasel VR says Tetris Effect has Gamefly written all over it. Is it going to have a physical version? Because, yeah, that is a bonus. If you can get, if they have a physical copy, you could potentially Gamefly it. And then Kevgred is saying, hey, you know, there are some sales right now, guys. Super Hypercube is $6.74, which is probably the price it really needs to be. I kind of like Super Hypercube. I like that game. I liked the visuals of Super Hypercube. It's so simplistic, but I like Super Hypercube, especially for that price. It is not a bad deal at all for that price. And Chris Richardson says, I'd like to try Astrobot actually before buying it. I'd like to see what all the hubbub is all about. So hopefully that demo will do a good job for that. Terry Blanchard says, Tetris has lost its effect on me. I'm probably not purchasing that. And maybe if there was a short demo, maybe. And then the other thing I wanted to mention, I know I tweeted this out the other day, but PlayStation VR Worlds. See, I think PlayStation Store is having a sale. PlayStation VR Worlds, I think, was like $6 on PlayStation Store. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if it's still on sale now, because PlayStation was basically, you know, it's kind of the 2-year anniversary deal for PlayStation VR. And yeah, it's $6. Yeah, I'll bounce over here. Web browser with small video window. PlayStation VR Worlds, $5.99. It's 60% off, and you can get another extra 10% off of it if you have PlayStation Plus as well. And if there's anybody out there that does not have PlayStation VR Worlds, you're making a real big mistake. You really should grab PlayStation VR Worlds. Let's see, does it have all the sales? PSVR catalog. I was wondering if they have a mode where it shows the deals, because what I could do is I could look at these. I know there's a number of good deals that are going on though. Like Along Together is $12. Apex Construct 40% off. That's $17.99. Arizona Sunshine is 50% off. This is normally $40. You can grab Arizona Sunshine for $20. Archangel is $12, down from 30 bones. Apollo 11 is 40% off. You can get that for just over $7. Blind 10% off. Not much of a deal there. Blasters of the Universe 50% off. You know, so there's a number of deals that are going on right now as far as PlayStation VR. But I think really probably the best deal, Tumble VR, I know, is like only like $3 or something like that. So if you guys don't have Tumble VR, you got to grab that. Let's see what we got. 50% off for Don't Knock Twice. 60% off for Drive Club. Drive Club is only $5.99. Not a shabby deal there. 60% off for Eve Valkyrie Warzone. That's only $12. So we do have all these deals that are going on PlayStation VR for the 1 year. 70% off Football Nation VR Tournament 2018. 70% off. Wait a minute. Wait, this is $15. This is $3. I don't get this. Can you pay $3 and you get the full Football Nation VR? That's, I mean, for $3, even if you think it's kind of crappy, you probably want to grab that. I was looking for Tumble VR because I know Tumble VR is only a couple bucks. Oh, Here They Lie is on a major discount as well. Yeah, so we got a lot of good deals going on PlayStation VR. So definitely check that out. Tumble VR is a recommendation from me. And PlayStation VR Worlds as well. And Eric Dirks, hello from Iceland. Eric, any other comments besides hello from Iceland? I know we've heard that quite a bit. Thumper is $5. And I think Thumper might be $5 in a lot of places. Paradise Decay says, Anthony, check out the Green Man Gaming VR sales page. Okay, let me go ahead and check that out. Paradise Decay says he got PlayStation Worlds with his starter kit. Hasn't even opened it. Dude, you got to check it out. PlayStation VR Worlds is not bad, man. I mean, London Heist is absolutely worth playing. Okay, Green Man Gaming VR. Let's look at that. Green Man Gaming VR. Okay. Yeah, dude, you've got to play. Absolutely, you've got to play London Heist on PlayStation Worlds VR. Okay, they're having a VR sale over at Green Man Gaming. Let me go ahead and switch over to this and show you guys up to 75% off. This ends on October 18th. Why do they have these numbers backwards, guys? It should be 10/18, right? No, I know everybody in England does it the opposite way. But you can see Dirt Rally here. Yeah, let's celebrate the fact that Dirt Rally 2 has no VR support. Let's celebrate that by buying the game from them, everybody, at 79% off. Let's buy their game and show them our love, or maybe show them that we really want VR, I guess. I know there's a lot of people that have been rallying around Dirt Rally finally having the new one having VR support. Surgeon Simulator ER is 66% off. Super hot. You can grab that for 15. You know, we got some deals here like Star Trek Bridge Crew, not too bad. Arizona Sunshine has a little deal here as well. Some of these games I don't really know. Killing Floor Incursion, I'm a fan of that. Sariento VR, under 20 bucks, not too bad. Bloody Zombies is pretty good. I like that. Electronauts is only 12 bucks. Sprint Vector is only 15. So actually some relatively decent deals here. Absolutely, some definitely decent deals. Megaton Rainfall, $8.57. This is what I'm talking about, folks. In the VR world, we have a tremendous number of sales that are always happening. And it seems like every other day something is on sale. They have Archangel Hellfire for $6.77. That's pretty good. Res Infinite is on sale as well. You know, Shooty Fruity's on sale. Lethal VR. I've heard good things about Lethal VR. Let me go back to this. Lethal VR right here. Normal price is 15 bucks. It's almost 80% off. $3, a little bit over $3. Apex Construct, I'm a fan of that. That is 12 bucks. Furious Seas, never tried it. I can pick that up for under 14. Not too bad. We have like Loco Dojo. So a lot of deals, man. A lot of VR games on sale over here. Cold Iron is on sale. So a whole bunch of stuff is going on. So yeah, good looking out. Paradise Decay. Green Man Gaming, absolutely having some good deals. Main Fan says Lethal VR is a police trainer in VR. Well, you know what? The devs of Lethal VR are like really good devs. Let me see. Like they used to be like major devs. Like I think they came from like Criterion or something, right? Let me see. Who are the devs of Lethal VR? So Three Fields Entertainment. Three Fields Entertainment is the devs of Lethal VR, and they came out with, I'm going to show you some of the games they have here. They have Danger Zone 2, Danger Zone, Lethal VR, and Dangerous Golf, and all of these are on sale. It's on sale on Steam, too, so if you want to pick it up on Steam, $3.74. I've heard some good things about Lethal VR. It's very old. It's a very old VR game, way back from 2016. And Dangerous Golf, yeah, they were hoping this was going to be a really huge hit for them, and it didn't really happen. But I believe a lot of these guys are from Criterion, right? I mean, these are some like legit developers, right? Or something like that. Three Fields Entertainment. I forget what their pedigree is, but I know they had a really high pedigree, and so like Dangerous Golf. Or they were the guys that made like Burnout Paradise and stuff, right? Three Field Entertainment. They were the guys that made like Burnout Paradise and stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, Alex Ward. Yeah, they were in Criterion, Need for Speed, and their first game, Dangerous Golf. I don't know if it sold very well. And then they did like Lethal VR and all of that. Main Fan says he likes it for $3 or $4, not a bad deal. So Sirento, not Sariento, Sariento, whatever, man. And then Chris Cox says, I loved Windlands. Still haven't bought the second one. I need to get back into Windlands too. You know what I did get back into last night? I could throw in a trailer for I played some Jet Island yesterday. I was playing quite a bit of Jet Island. Let me grab a Jet Island trailer. I could talk about that for a second here. Where is my Jet Island stuff? HIJ. Okay, here we go. Jet Island. I'll throw on the little mixed reality thing. So Jet Island, yeah, I got, one of the reasons I'm bringing up Jet Island, guys, is because MameFan. I was actually having a conversation with MameFan about all the games that have come out recently, like just how we've just been hammered with all these really good games over, you know, the last 90 days or so. And like, you can go to VR Game Rankings, you can look at the last 90-day list for Oculus or for HTC Vive, and it's just a powerhouse list. There's just so many great games that have come out, right? And so I was asking MameFan, because MameFan has played almost all of this shit. And MameFan, I was like, dude, what are the games that have really spoken to you over like Transference and Jet Island and Windlands 2 and Vox Machina and Astrobot and all these games that have come out. And MameFan actually, I think he put Jet Island #1 on his list of all these big games, Transference, Windlands, and all this stuff. I think he had Jet Island #1. And after hearing him say that, I was like, I got to go back into Jet Island. And so I went back into Jet Island last night, and I was playing this for probably about 45 minutes. And I still don't know exactly what I should be doing in Jet Island. Like, I pretty much just kind of cruise around. I basically cruise around the world, try to jump really far. Sometimes I don't jump far enough and I end up in the ocean, and then I'm starting over again, and I'm kind of using like my Spider-Man thing and kind of swinging myself around and just kind of cruising around the world. Oh, here's a question I have, MameFan, about Jet Island. So I'm playing Jet Island, I'm having a lot of fun, everything's good. Then all of a sudden I end up with a gun in my right hand. And I have no idea. How do you activate the gun, and how do you put the gun away? Or does the gun just automatically come out at a certain point? Or is it a certain button that I must have hit and then it activated the gun? Because I'm playing along and my gun pops out and I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I know there's like bosses and stuff, but I'm just kind of exploring the world. Now, Bullet Ape says, here's what you want to do. Find drones, kill them, get upgrades, take out the 5 bosses, game over. That's pretty much it. And MameFan says there's a button on your wrist to enable and disable the gun. I must have accidentally hit it. I must have accidentally hit the little button on my wrist. Okay, I was hitting all the buttons on my Oculus controller, and I wasn't looking at like my in-game wrist. I know there's a menu that you can activate on your in-game wrist as well. And MameFan says what you want to do is just explore and kill bosses and collect upgrades. And Terry Blanchard says, Jet Island is just too basic for me and seemed to be made from the basic assets of the game engine. Yeah, I mean, Jet Island, like, I like Jet Island just as kind of a chill out, relaxing, almost like meditational kind of experience of just kind of vibing and chilling and relaxing. But I probably should actually try to like find bosses and try to do something constructive. I just kind of been free-flowing it. And Paradise Decay says, Anthony, if you like the thrill you get from Jet Island, you'll probably enjoy Rush. Yeah, maybe so. But yeah, look at that little tiny guy, like jumping all the way into the center of that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it is kind of fun to just chill around and explore the area. And Bullet Ape says, 20 drones around that you get upgrades from killing. Strangely, I don't think you get upgrades from the bosses. So to kill the drones, I'm guessing you have to have your gun out. And you have to shoot these things to kill them, right? What are the drones? What do they look like? I don't even know what the heck they look like. I pretty much have just been kind of like trying to jump up on ramps and kind of ski along the ramps and just kind of jump around. And I've just kind of been chilling, basically. Terry Blanchard, he has to admit he's only played the first level and not the levels you have shown. Are there actual levels, though? Do you get into another level? Because I've kind of always thought it's just a big playground, and you just kind of explore the playground. And then what I've always kind of assumed with this game is that it's this huge playground, but if you get close enough to a boss, then maybe you activate that boss and then it becomes a little boss battle with that boss, but it's just kind of like this open playground? Or are there like legitimate levels? Because to me, it seems a little bit more freeform. Okay, Main Fan says there are no levels, but there are bosses deep inside the island. And Chris Cox says Megaton Rainfall, 6.5 pounds. Is it worth it? Chris, in my opinion, I think it is worth it. And it's worth it from the standpoint that now you're going to play this with a gamepad. Don't play it motion controller style. Sit down and use a controller. Don't use an Xbox controller, in my opinion, when you're playing Megaton Rainfall. Don't try to do the motion controls. I say Megaton is worth it because for me, when I'm in Megaton, you're this superhero. These alien ships are attacking this planet. You got to save them. And for me, it's the feeling I get where I'm trying to take care of these little citizens, but I'm accidentally destroying skyscrapers in the process. I'm accidentally killing like millions of them, and I feel really bad about that. But the fact that the game makes me feel guilty for killing all these little people, like that's a great job. Like what other game actually makes you feel guilt? And for me, Megaton Rainfall does make me feel guilt. And then I'm a huge fan of like War of the Worlds and like alien invasions and all that type of thing. And I think the guy that made Megaton Rainfall, I think he did a masterful job of creating these alien vehicles, and the way the alien vehicles move and the sounds that the alien vehicles make, it's very alien. It is very alien. I liked it. Main Fan says, I liked Megaton for exploring space alone. You move at 1 trillion times light speed. Yeah, I mostly just kind of stayed on the planet for the most part. And I'm still like halfway, like I'm not even halfway through Megaton Rainfall. Like I'm really early on in it, but it can get very hectic, and it can get a little, like it can kind of get you a bit flustered because you're really trying to save these people and these aliens are just destroying shit. So that's pretty good. Torn is 16 pounds. I'm still playing Torn. And I got to this point in Torn, I fired up Torn again and was playing it again, and I got to this point where there's all these extra rooms that I'm seeing, and I'm like, wow, Torn actually lasts quite a long time. Terry Blanchard says he'd love a Windlands in space where you can tether asteroids to venture around. That's a pretty good idea, actually. Not a bad idea for Windlands number 3. But anyway, guys, we've been going for about an hour, and I'm kind of out of news stories and stuff. I mean, I could take a quick look at like the Vive subreddit or something. Let's bounce over to the Vive subreddit just for a second before we bounce out of here. See what some of the biggest stories are right about now. And so a live stream, I was just talking about this. We were talking about how Dirt Rally is on sale. Okay, so there was a live stream of Dirt Rally 2.0 from Codemasters' official channel, and a ton of VR people showed up into this live stream and just bombarded the comments about not buying if it doesn't have VR, not buying if it doesn't have VR, not buying if it doesn't have VR. And so that's pretty cool. That's the kind of rally cry that we need to have. Like, online petitions don't work, but you can bombard a live stream and really make it uncomfortable for the devs. That's like a great way to do it. So that did happen with Dirt Rally there. And then Fly Through Audio Reactive Fantasy Worlds, powered by your favorite music in the latest free update to Soundscape VR. And this is on YouTube. Let's see if this is a relatively short YouTube video. It's like 4 minutes here. I could possibly grab this and check this out. Does look kind of trippy here, just looking at some of these visuals. I have not tried this. So I guess you could just kind of plug in your own music or link it to like a music folder or something, and then you just kind of chill through these different worlds. That would be kind of cool. I should probably try this. Soundscape VR. So they have a free version, huh? Learn more and download for free. So you just go to their website straight up. So it's not like on Steam or anything. Kind of interesting. I have not checked that out. So there is that. I don't mind, sometimes I don't mind when they have these little, music visualizers. Music visualizers in VR could be really cool. So that might be something cool to try. This guy said Fallout 4 went from barely playable to butter smooth by upgrading to a 2700X with 3200 megahertz RAM. That's AMD, right? And I think, was it Terry Blanchard in chat that was talking about Ryzen is the way to go? We also have this story where this guy is trying to start a class action lawsuit, or he wants to start a class action lawsuit, but he's like asking for everybody else to like help him out with it. And then we do have that Green Man Gaming sale. This is what Paradise Decay was talking about. There are a lot of great deals there. Definitely some stuff to potentially pick up. This guy says, I'm done at this point. He's talking about Vive support is a literal waste of time. And we always see threads like that. That's kind of one of the reasons why I think maybe if Oculus actually died, it wouldn't be the worst case scenario in the world, because whoever takes them over probably going to help out in a certain way. Oh, you know what? This is kind of interesting. I do want to show you guys this. Check this picture out, folks. Look at this picture right here. Okay, so this is the Variejo headset, right? This is the difference. This is how much more clarity supposedly you're going to get. And it really looks night and day when you're looking at this. I mean, it absolutely looks night and day. But this is that headset where what they're doing, this Variejo headset, what they're doing is they're basically, they put a little tiny screen in the middle of another screen. So the little screen in the middle has basically like human eye resolution pretty much. And then they have a screen around the outside that is like a normal screen, and it's supposedly for your peripheral vision, right? And I don't know, like I feel like there would be seams, like we would see some kind of seam, like there would be something noticeable. You're having two screens here. There's a screen that's in the middle that is super sharp, and then everything to the outside is all faded. And I think there would be a very big, like I think it would be super noticeable. I don't understand how this works personally, but maybe it's kind of like they're just experimenting with that. And if somehow it can be integrated seamlessly where you don't notice that little screen, that might not be too bad. So let's see what people are talking about over here in chat. Let's see. A lot of people still talking about Megaton Rainfall. And yeah, so nobody's really talking about this Variejo headset here and the differences there. I'm not really sure how that all works. And then some other stuff that they got over here is, here's that NASA JPL may have given us a preview of next-gen HoloLens. Not according to that other guy, though, in the Magic Leap subreddit. He's saying this is much ado about nothing. This is not actually the next-gen HoloLens. It doesn't have any sensors. This is like, I don't know what it is. So we still don't really know what's going on with that. But anyway, we kind of pretty much covered everything, so I am going to go ahead and bounce out of here. It has been an hour. I will be back, of course, on Friday, 11 a.m. tomorrow, so we're going to have a happy Friday. We'll certainly try some stuff out, check some stuff out there, hopefully some new trailers, maybe some new announcements, some different things to get into. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and throw on my outro trailer. And once again, obviously, guys, of course, check out the website if you get an opportunity. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, like the videos. Go ahead right now, hit the like button right now. We definitely do need the likes. I was watching an Epic's video yesterday where he was talking about liking the videos, and he was talking about how liking the videos has really helped. And that's why I'm thinking like the videos. Yeah, go ahead, like it. It does help out. Go ahead, minimize chat or whatever. Hit that like button, and we'll see how many likes we can get on today's video. And SSH Turtle says, cheers, looking forward to the Discord when it comes out. It is coming very soon. The new channel is coming very soon. We're definitely going to get into that pretty soon. And Jim Hall says, I need to mention likes more often in this stream. Yeah, I need to do a better job of like selling the channel and the likes and all of that. I don't really get into that too much. But that's going to go ahead and do it. We'll see you guys tomorrow, Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. See you guys then. Take it easy. Later.